Baseball has always been my favorite sport. A lot of people think baseball is boring, and that may be because they don't really appreciate it and they don't know how much work really goes into playing baseball. Well, today I'm going to show you how to swing a baseball bat and maybe give you a greater appreciation for what baseball players actually do. The first thing you need when swinging a baseball bat is a good grip on the bat. To do this, you simply lay the bat in your hands, in your palms, with your knuckles aligned. Now that you have the grip in place, you want to get the correct stance for hitting a baseball. To get a correct stance, you want your feet a little farther than shoulder width apart. You don't want them too wide because you won't be able to step when hitting. You don't want it too close because you won't be as balanced. You want a nice, strong stance with all your weight on your legs. Now that we have the stance, it's time to put our swing in motion. You want your arms to be up behind your head with your elbow out. When a pitcher throws the ball, you want to try to pick up the spin as it's coming to you to determine whether it's a fastball or a curveball. Sometimes this takes many years of training to actually pick up the spin on a baseball, but it's something that can be done. So now that we have the bat behind our head and our elbow up, as the pitch is coming to us, we want to take a small step towards the pitcher. We don't want to take too big of a step because this is what would happen. When we take too big of a step, our shoulders tend to fall backwards and we swing up, which usually results in a pop-up. Also, what happens when you take a large step is you step way far and your head actually drops and it changes the level at which your eyes meet the baseball, and this can have a negative effect on your swing because as your perspective of the ball changes, you actually think you're going to hit the ball squarely, but it actually hits under it and you also pop it up. So again, you want to take a nice small step after you have your stance so that when the pitcher, right before he releases the ball, you want to step and start your swing. The next thing you want to do is what's called throwing your hands at the baseball. Right as the pitcher releases the ball, you want to take your step, and depending on where the ball is coming to you, you want to throw your hands at the ball. So for instance, if the ball is coming right down the middle, what you want to do is take your small step, the ball is coming right here, you want to throw your hands at the baseball. What this will do will allow the bat to whip around and give it a nice strong swing. So doing it in slow motion, what you're going to do is you throw your hands at the ball and then your bat's going to whip around and you want your eyes to be looking down the barrel of the bat to give a nice strong swing. So let me do this again in slow motion, putting what we know to this point together. Arms up, right grip, right stance. Pitcher releases, we step, throw our hands at the ball, and the bat whips around. Now I'm going to show you how to change your swing depending on what type of pitch it is. For a pitch that's coming on the inside part of the plate, what you want to do is start your swing a little bit earlier. What I mean by starting your swing earlier is as soon as you recognize where the pitch is coming on the inside part, you want to do your step and you want to throw your hands at the inside because that's where the ball is coming. So you're going to throw your hands to the inside and you want to meet the ball out there so you don't get jammed inside. You want to meet the ball out there so that you can get the barrel of the bat on the ball and send it flying. What happens if you start your swing too late on an inside pitch is you'll take your step. If you let it get in here before you start your swing, you'll throw your hands at the ball and the ball is going to hit the handle and either be a foul ball or a very weak hit. And it also hurts your hands when you do this. So again, inside pitch, you want to start your swing early to meet it out front and send it to the left. On the opposite end, on an outside pitch, you want to hit the ball farther back in the plate so that you're able to drive it to right field. So knowing what we know so far, we get our stance, We step, we let the ball travel to the middle of the plate, we throw our hands at the ball, and we let the ball meet at the back part of the plate on the outside pitch so we can drive it to right field. We throw our hands and hit the ball to right field. If we start our swing too early on an outside pitch, this is what will happen. Ball's coming on the outside part of the plate. We start our swing too early and we meet it out here, and if it's on the outside part of the plate, it's going to hit the very tip of the bat, and again it's going to be a foul ball or a very weak hit. Now when a ball comes right down the middle, you want to do the in-between of those two scenarios. You don't want to swing too early and you don't want to swing too late. You want to be looking right down the barrel of the bat, right at the middle of the plate. So the ball's coming to you, you step right down the middle, throw your hands at the ball, and meet it right there and drive it straight back to where it came from. While some of you may not think that this is important to know, there are a lot of youngsters out there who are like me, who have dreams of playing in the big leagues. So now all there's left for you to do is get out there and make that practice perfection.